Alright, let's start off with one of the more interesting instruments that I own, which is really just a chunk of bamboo with one end still intact, the other hollow. 3 holes here, 1 hole strategically placed there, nothing else. When people first see this flute, I love this when people come along and pick it up and actually go, oh, look at that. Wow, that's cool. Then I tell them that that's not how you play this. And then the reaction they get, or that you get from them, you can imagine. This is a Hawaiian nose flute. You put your nostril over top of that, and you have 3 little holes. I have another one, or had another one, I think it might be back in Canada, that had 4 holes, which just made it so much more of an adventure. But I love this because I will play this for my kids in my classes, or even the adults in my classes, and then say, hey, you want to try? Nobody will try, not once yet. So this is my Hawaiian nose flute, very cool. This is an inexpensive, not very fancy Chinese dizi, a wooden flute. Has 6 holes here, has the blowhole here. This area here, I have a piece of white tape on it. I should have on it, but I don't know where I put them, the little rice paper reeds, which give it the little vibrato effect, but it sounds kind of like this. Again, I don't know how to play these instruments, I just buy them and pretend. That's the dizi. Now this one really rocks. This is kind of the thing I had to do the demonstration on. This is a relatively inexpensive one. It has a plastic tip. You can get some of these things made out of Chinese porcelain that are amazing. And it's 3 little bamboo rods. The interesting thing about the slightly more expensive ones are that they have little caps here that can be moved and removed so that you can actually play all 3 of the pipes at the same time, thanks to the gourd. Now, when played simply by itself, without opening up the other 2, it's a very haunting instrument. It's a lot like a saxophone, I think so anyway, kind of like bagpipes, because you do have to blow it a specific way. If you don't blow it a specific way, it sounds like this. Not exactly beautiful, and not very loud. However, if you blow it correctly and consistently, it sounds kind of like this. Now, that's with the 2 pipes plugged in. Let's unplug one of them and then check this out. Whew. Let's unplug both pipes. Is that not worth 15 bucks? I don't know how to play this thing, but wow! If I can actually teach myself to play this thing even half as good as I taught myself to play the ukulele, so cool. I highly recommend Oh, a gourd flute. I'll tell you the Chinese name later. I'll put it in annotations or something. And finally, this was a gift, a New Year's gift, from some friends of the family here that know I like musical type stuff and that I'm not afraid to try to play any type of musical stuff. So they gave me this. There's a really funky rooster here on the carved into the stone. This is a stone gourd thing. I am a rooster in Chinese mythology, so that's cool. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see it properly here with the light, but it's got 6 holes of different sizes on the front, and then a little tiny hole on top, and then 2 in the back. So it's actually a very complicated instrument to play, but if you can play it, it sounds awesome. With the different sized holes, this is actually a G. You can have several of these things and play them in different tones, but this is a G. You can play anything on it. You can play sheet music on it if you can just remember which combination it is of fingers. 6 fingers on the front, 2 fingers on the back. It's a lot of combinations. I don't know. But here, I'll give you a sample of what it might sound like if you knew what you were doing. And the plastic recorder, it's a plastic recorder. I played plastic recorder when I was in school. Actually, wow, this plastic recorder doesn't even have a hole on the back. It's just got 5 holes on the front.